Hey everyone, this channel recently hit the milestone of 500 subscribers, so for today's video I figured we'll go a little bit offbeat, do something a little bit different to what I usually do with the channel, and that is talk about the status of the channel, where I want to take it in the future, just stuff like that. It's going to be more of a rambly video, and this isn't necessarily going to be a Eve Echo specific video. So if you want to be tuned in to what's going on with this channel and what I have in store for 2024, then yeah, feel free to stick around and maybe hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. But yeah, this isn't going to be one of those super informative videos that I normally try to do. But anyway, so what is the point of today's video then? Well, of course, as I just alluded to, I have hit 500 subscribers on this channel. In fact, at the point of recording this video, I am on 518 subscribers, and I should have a graphic ready to go. Here we are. I am experimenting quite a lot at the moment with how to use OBS. Those of you that watched my most recent Ramble video will be aware that I've used this particular setup a couple of times already. This OBS setup, only in the most recent Ramble video I completely forgot to even change the scene. I was supposed to have, you know, all these other images that I was meant to click through as I was rambling. I got carried away and we've just ended up with a green screen with background footage the entire Ramble. But yeah, so that didn't go particularly amazing, but hey, it's a learning curve. I have to remember to do things. But anyway, as I said, the channel has hit 518 subscribers. Thank you each and every one of you that has subscribed so far. I have applied for the official content creator status with NetEase. I did originally apply all the way back in July, and I have updated my application to go from junior to official. That's probably going to take a while to actually go through though, because this thing takes forever. But anyway, yeah, so that is how far the channel has come along so far. I have been considering doing content creation for a couple of years now on YouTube, only I didn't really know where I'd fit in with content creation, because every game I came across there was already really decent content creators there doing their own thing, and I just didn't think I had anything to bring to the table. So I always just held off. Whenever I saw something going on, I took notes. I'd just keep on taking notes here and there, things to avoid doing, things to do, tips and tricks, just all of that. I just kept on accumulating knowledge, but I never did anything with it. Until, of course, earlier this year, I came to the realisation that Captain Benzie wasn't going to be doing any more videos for Eve Echoes, or at least no more constructive videos. So I figured, you know what, this is probably the best chance I've got to actually get a feel for how YouTube content creation works. And considering I've always been the kind of guy that goes on Discord and writes out an entire essay for like new content and how to interact with it and how to do dormant realms and stuff like that, I figured instead of just writing an essay and reposting it across Discord every time someone asks a question, I'd just go on YouTube and put that, you know, to the test, as it were. Just excuse me one moment, need to have a quick itch. That's one thing I'll probably never get the hang of on YouTube. Just like knowing when, well, avoiding itching, just having that mental fortitude to not need to itch. Yeah, anyway, where was I going? I'm just checking the lights are on, because that's one other thing I noticed in the most recent video I did. One of these lights was actually turned off, so there was a little bit of a haze over my shoulder, because I completely forgot to turn on the spotlights. Yeah. Anyway, as I said, I've been contemplating doing YouTube for a number of years, and this is the year that I finally decided, you know what, there is space for me to move into the community in the YouTube content creation space and actually give it a go. So I did. Now, my first videos weren't at all that successful, but hey ho, you gotta start somewhere. If any of you are actively considering becoming YouTube content creators, then yeah, feel free to give it a go. Your first video won't necessarily be the best video, but it's all a learning curve. And I have just come to the realisation that in the last video, when that light that I said I forgot to turn on, I think it must have run out of battery, because you can probably see right here, right where I'm pointing, if I can point in the right place. There we are. Just like, I can't do it. There we go. There's like a line. Hold on, am I moving my arm the right way? There we go. So you can see there's kind of a haze around here. That's because my white light has just turned off. So if you give me 1 sec, I think it's more important that I relocate this one here. Yeah, this is going to be a bit bright for a sec. There we go. That's resolved that problem for now. I've lost the lighting on this side, but I've gained it on this side. This side is more important. Yeah, as I said, every video is a learning curve, and I've just learned in this particular video that I need to actually check the battery status on my little spotlights. I mean, they're only small. In case any of you guys were wondering, what do I use for spotlights? Do I use really big, expensive setups like you'd see in like professional YouTuber videos? No, it's just this, just a battery-powered garage spotlight. Got 2 different brightness settings. Does the job. This is literally my lighting with a lamp bouncing off the wall in front of me for lighting my face. Yeah, it's a super cheap setup, but hey ho. Yeah, I've gone completely off topic where I was meant to be there. So, as I think I was saying, I was talking about how your first video isn't always going to be the most successful. If we zoom in on this particular image here, which is the oldest videos that I have uploaded to the channel, and I've no intention of getting rid of these. This is something that I've noticed that some creators like Josh Strive Hayes do, whereby they keep their oldest videos up no matter how bad they are, because it shows where you came from and it helps inspire other people in the future. And I'm hoping that in 6 years' time, if I actually make a success out of this, people will look back and see just how badly my first videos were and know that is perfectly normal. So as you can see, my first video was Echo's perspective, how to play EVE Online anywhere. Yeah, I did first start out wanting to be a content creator for EVE Online. Only I quickly realised I had no passion whatsoever to play EVE Online, and logging in alone was a chore, because I can't just do it from my pocket. I can't just get my phone out on the walk into work and do my login activities then. Yeah, it was a lot more cumbersome. You'll notice in that video I only got 61 views, and that was the first of the series. After that they just went down. And I tried a playthrough video, because lots of people do playthrough videos on YouTube. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to do one because it might be easy views. I got 12. Of course, granted, it was an old game and it was kind of a waste of time in hindsight doing those playthrough videos. Yeah, that's just something to be aware of, I guess. So moving on to the next part of this video, and yeah, I have queued up all of these images ahead of time just to kind of keep my brain a little bit on track, because you know what I'm like when I'm rambling, I can completely lose my spot altogether. So Discord, as you can see up on the screen right now, we have my very own Discord server ready to go, which is Hale's Gaming Corner. Now I will be including in the I was going to say the comment section then, in the actual video description, the Discord server link for this particular channel. Channel server, there we go. Channel server, same thing I guess. Anyway, I'm all new to running a Discord server. The moderation tools are somewhat lightweight at the moment. I'm hoping I don't really need to flesh them out, but I will if I have to. Yeah, what is the purpose of this server? First and foremost, it will be the most effective way to get a hold of me if you want to make video suggestions, provide feedback, stuff like that. Also, on a side note, because this is something that I've often kind of noticed with doing Dormant Realms, people often find it difficult to find a regular group for Dormant Realms. So part of this Discord server is dedicated to helping people find regular groups. I'm starting to mince my words already. This is doing well. Yeah, I want to see people actually forming Dormant Realm groups, even if it's outside of their corporations or alliances, because at the end of the day, this is a community-based game. And to give you some context, at one point earlier this year, despite the fact that there was this big server war going on and everybody under the sun was attacking Silent, who I'm a member of, I was actively doing Dormant Realms with the guys in Moby, who were technically the enemy, but, you know, the group just fit in well with me at the time. So big shout out to Mario for letting me take part in those Dormant Realms. It was very much appreciated. But yeah, I was kind of inspired by my difficulty at the time with finding regular Dormant Realm fleets. So if you're struggling to find regular Dormant Realm fleets, maybe you need people to help show you through the ropes for certain ones, and a tutorial video just simply isn't enough, feel free to head over to this Discord server. I'm hoping to get a number of people regularly forming their own groups there. Yeah, I need to do more than just press the arrow button. I need to zoom out first. So yeah, what are my plans as a content creator going forwards? Well, it would be amazing if I was actually able to hit 1,000 subscribers. That is my own personal goal next, to hit 1,000 subscribers. If I was to follow NetEase's own goals, then the next goal would be 3,000 subscribers. I don't know why I zoomed in so much, because we can't actually see the subscriber bit now. But yeah, to become a senior content creator, you need 3,000 subscribers. But yeah, do I believe that this channel is capable of reaching 3,000 subscribers? I'm not really entirely sure, and I'm not putting my channel down in that context. I'm more talking about the potential subscriber base that there is for the Eve Echoes game as a whole. We've seen channels like Captain Benzies get over 20,000, but his videos existed in the prime time for Eve Echoes, in that initial expansionary phase, when people were trying out the game. People didn't know what the game was, they wanted to find out about it, and when we had the largest possible player base. I'm coming into this a little bit late in the game, and if you have a look at other content creators, whether it's Jubileus or Echoes of New Eden podcast, if you're not coming in with a pre-existing subscriber base from other games that you've played in the past, the content creators tend to end up hovering between 500 and 700 subscribers on average. So, do I believe I'll hit 3,000 subscribers with this channel? Honestly, don't believe so. Not in the next year or two anyway. Not if I was to exclusively cover Eve Echoes content. And that's where I'm going with the rest of this video. I'm not intending to be an Eve Echoes exclusive channel. And yeah, I have uploaded videos previously for other games. In this example here, we can see a video for... I'm trying to zoom in on the wrong location here. I'm really bad at this. But yeah, as you can see here, I uploaded a video in the past for Cassette Beasts. It was a very, very, very simple tutorial, only 3 minutes 40 long. And out of all of my non-Eve videos, it's proven to be quite popular. Of course, it's one video on its own. It's not going to bring in subscribers, it's not going to bring in a lot of watch time, but it's a short and simple tutorial video. There we go. I lost the word then, tutorial video. I do that a lot, don't I? Where I'm going with this is NetEase consider the content creators to be a form of advertising for them. But for the most part, us content creators, and I think I did this in a ramble video at one point, for the most part, we support the community. We might help grow it a tiny little bit here and there, but for the most part, we support the community. We help people stick around. We provide tutorials or entertainment and news, you know, etc, etc. Maybe a bit of inspiration through gameplay videos. But at the end of the day, we don't really do all that much recruiting for the player base. One thing I have come to learn through the YouTube algorithm, I can't speak, the YouTube algorithm. One thing I've learned through my research about it is whenever somebody clicks on a channel's video and they like that video, they watch it through, you know, start to finish, the YouTube algorithm goes, hello, this viewer likes this video that this creator has done. Let's start drip feeding them other videos that this creator has done and see which ones stick. It's part of how it works. And the idea here is I'll start doing videos for indie games alongside Eve Echoes. Eve Echoes will still be my primary content, but there'll be games like indie games, for example, that I'll do reviews and tutorials for in dribs and drabs here and there. Whenever a viewer comes along to these tutorial videos, and they'll be actively searching these videos out because maybe they'll be struggling on a particular boss or puzzle, or maybe they want to check out a review before a game before they buy it, they'll click that video, they'll watch a certain amount of it, and then YouTube algorithm will go, aha, okay, this person likes Hale's video because he watched it like 70 or 80% of the video. Let's try drip feeding a few other videos. So all of a sudden on their suggestions feed, they'll start seeing a couple of Eve Echoes videos here and there. And a lot of people will just ignore those because they're not relevant to them whatsoever. But there will be people who go, I'm seeing Eve Echoes a lot on my YouTube feed. What is Eve Echoes? And they'll either click on one of those videos or go into the search bar and type what is Eve Echoes and land on someone else's video. Either one of those results is a success as far as the channel will be concerned. Whether or not they join Eve Echoes after clicking on one of my videos or a Sheaved's or another one, that bit doesn't matter. If they join Eve Echoes because they were exposed through having watched one of my videos and the YouTube algorithm doing its bit, then I will consider that a success. So that's where I want to take it forwards. And I've used indie games as an example here because they come around often enough that I can just pick up an indie game and play it, do a couple of videos for it. It's a very low expense on my end. I can buy an indie game here and there for about £10 each. It's not really a problem, and I typically really enjoy them because indie games are like the most creative games that I tend to come across. Whether it's Slay the Spire, FTL, let's think of another one, Earthless, Cassette Beasts, as we can see up on screen. That's one of my favourite indie games. It is everything I always wanted the old 2D Pokemon games to ever be, and more. And yes, I'm pivoting my chair a bit because I'm starting to move my hands off screen a bit. I can't even tell which hand it is at times. But anyway, yeah, so that is my goal. I am aware of Eve Galaxy Conquest coming up in the near future, and if there are any games that could be a competitor to Eve, the Eve Echoes that is, such as Eve Galaxy Conquest or another Eve-like experience that becomes available on mobile, I will definitely try that out in the future, see how far these games go, provide a little bit of content here and there. I'm here for Eve Echoes for the long run unless I see that the community is moving along. Yeah, as you can see, I've just got another thumbnail here for one of the other games that I covered more recently. These ones I did playthrough videos for. Earthless, I kind of like it. I really like this particular indie game. It's a sci-fi indie game with FTL and Slay the Spire. There we go, I completely lost it. It's got a mix of FTL and Slay the Spire in it. Really good game, and when it comes to indie games, it's probably the first one I'm going to try and do some kind of review or tutorial video for it. I haven't decided specifically what yet, but this is only a demo, so there is only a certain amount that I can do for that particular game at the moment. That's probably where I'm going to start, because again, it will be a new game in 2024, and it looks like we have come full circle as far as the images go. So I'm just going to click away back into the introduction area on OBS, try and get into the habit of pressing the right buttons. So yeah, what else is there to talk about for this channel? So all that's left to mention is channel membership. So sometime in the near future, whether it's in 2 weeks or 3 weeks time, I should be able to unlock the button for partial monetization, where we unlock certain little buttons. It's not ad revenue or out like that. There are super likes, a merch store, and memberships. Now, super likes, I have no idea how I didn't implement them, because they're some kind of a live streaming sort of service. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, they're a live streaming sort of service, and I don't do live streams yet, do I? It's mostly pre-recorded content, so I don't know how super likes would work. A merch store, I'm not that into the whole merch store idea, just buying really cheap mugs with a logo on that you could probably have just painted onto a mug yourself that you bought from Wilko's for 50 pence. Yeah, merch stores aren't really my thing, so all that leaves is channel memberships. And even then, I don't know what I'm doing because I'm too new to the scene to actually know what I'm doing with channel memberships. So if you have any ideas as to what I could do in that regard, feel free to let me know in the comments, or even post them on the Discord server that will be going live alongside this video. At the moment, the only ideas that I really have for this channel for some kind of membership feature are early access to, say, ramble videos, because I'm not going to do early access for, say, the weekly roundups or tutorial videos, event reviews, patch notes, things like that, because it kind of seems unfair. You're giving an advantage. I want to grow the community, not put it behind a paywall. So ramble videos, and I'm thinking bloopers, you know, me making a fool of myself and getting all tongue twisted. I'm thinking those so far for like putting behind a membership wall, or like timed exclusivity. I don't know. Again, I don't even know if any of the suggestions I'm putting forward right now are possible. Until I unlock that button, I'm just completely guessing. And I might not even bother turning that button on. I might just wait until I hit 1,000, turn on ad revenue, and just leave it at that. No messing around with all these little buttons. As I said, I don't even know what I'm doing in that regard. This is all new to me. Still figuring it out. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much everything I've got to say for the channel as it goes at the moment. Going into this next week, with it being the Christmas period and everyone being really busy and yada yada, the videos that I'll be putting to go live will be just ramble videos that I've cut from the most recent ramble, which was about 30 odd minutes long, if I recall. Can't remember the exact length, but it was really long. So I've snipped it up into different components. Those will be going live next week. They're already uploaded and ready to go. All I need to do is put thumbnails in place for them. So yeah, no new content there. I might be doing new content for the next week, but I've kind of put myself some safeguards in place. I don't have to push myself, because again, you have a lot less control over your time over the Christmas periods, with people constantly showing up and then you going to visit people, going for walks, you know, etc. But anyway, I'm going to cut the ramble there. I think I've rambled enough for this video, considering none of it was particularly useful for you guys, but I figured I'd do one of these customary milestone videos. That's what other YouTubers tend to do, so I figured, why not? Why not? But anyway, thanks again for watching, everyone. If you somehow haven't hit that lovely... yeah, that's proper blooper material right there. If you haven't hit that subscribe button just yet, feel free to do so. It would be a great help. Yeah, comment below if you have any suggestions for anything that I've mentioned in this video. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks again.